And for more on the Third Plenum, joining me now is Einar Tangen. He is a senior fellow with the Taihe Institute, and he's also chairman of Asian Narratives. Einar, always a delight talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us. We've heard some of the participants there. I know you had a chance to kind of look at the communique. What were your takeaways?
Well, this is all about people-centered policy, and it's very clear that they're continuing. When your path goes across a river, you can't go halfway through and decide you want to go back or turn left or right. You have to go forward. And China's trying to be a steady rock in a sea of uncertain times. You've heard a lot about new productive forces, high-quality development. To put it simply, China is trying to have a sustainable economy that allows it to climb the value chain, to make more money from the technology that it uses in order to pay higher wages and create a better life that is still green. So don't be confused by sometimes the government talk. This is just about people and trying to navigate in difficult times.
Yeah, to your point, the communique outward looking as well, but as you pointed out, also centered on a domestic audience. There's talk of improvement in basic public services, income distribution, Social Security, medical and healthcare improvements. You heard the other person talking about, elderly care. They were just emerging from the meeting and they say that this is a people-centered approach. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Well, I mean, what are governments supposed to do? Governments are supposed to be about the people. Economics is supposed to be about how you can improve people's lives. But in some instances, you see economics taking the front and the people, basically left at the bottom. And that's one of the ongoing debates that is always out there. China is reaffirming this idea that the country is run for the benefit of the people, not the benefit of businesses.
And the benefit of the planet, in a sense, because green energy and reducing carbon emissions also important in this document as well.
Absolutely. I mean, China's been pioneering the areas that we need: batteries, electric vehicles, efficient solar cells that are inexpensive, also wind farm equipment, drones. There's so many parts of this new digital economy that can be mined for additional efficiencies, and that creates opportunities as well as change. And the question is how you manage it, and managing it requires planning. And this is what you see here. This report that's been put out by the Third Plenum will be used to guide the creation of the next 5-year plan in 2027. So as you can see, they're setting the goalposts early so that they can know exactly where they're going.
And the communique calls for inclusive globalization, modernization key here, as well as we mentioned, going into this reform. The word itself appears more than 50 times. China is still very much having the welcome sign out there, wanting to invite others in to participate, believing in globalization.
Well, yeah, I mean, Mike, this is a situation where some countries are reacting to global uncertainty by closing down, erecting walls. China's trying to build bridges. They really do believe that a shared future for mankind involves all of mankind. And to effectuate that, they are actually sharing technology, doing joint development of technology. And this is something that's being very well received. Remember, 152 countries that showed up for the Belt and Road Initiative, and China is the primary trade relationship with 140 countries. They're all looking forward to more infrastructure, more trade, more openness. But China has things it has to do internally. They're trying to create a national market, get away from this idea that provinces can erect barriers between them in order to protect their business. So China's trying to walk the walk it's trying to walk the talk, as they say, both internationally and domestically.
Walking the talk and walking the walk both at the same time. Einar, always a delight talking to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mike.